Good Monday morning. It is Money Mondays here again at the Business of Apparel. And this week we're talking Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Now, we've been talking about this a lot, especially on the podcast from the business perspective, right? Like, how do you, as a business owner, run your Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals? How do you make money? How do you make sure that you make profits? How do you not lose out on margin? All of that good stuff. Today, on Money Mondays, we're going to come at this from a different perspective. We're going to talk a little bit about you as you're shopping Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and how do you make sure that you maximize this weekend? Because it is a great weekend to be able to go out and start getting deals, start thinking about any holiday shopping that you need to do as like this is getting started. I can't believe it's already here. I can't believe Thanksgiving is this week. I cannot believe that we're so close to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I feel like we've been talking about this for a long time and it is finally here. This year just flew by. 2025 was a bonkers fucking year. So let's jump into this. So the first thing that you probably know that I'm going to tell you here on Money Mondays is to set a budget for yourself. And to kind of put together a little bit of a shopping list, right? You kind of want to have a plan as you're going into this weekend, especially if you're trying not to overspend. It is really, really easy to get caught up in all the different discounts and deals and all the new products and everyone having, shiny object syndrome. Everything looks great out here. I need to shop for everything. Oh, and I found this too. And this can be for me, one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me. And if you do that, you could find that you're breaking your budget or you're spending a lot more than you really want to. So my best advice for weekends like this, and like if you decide to go out and go actual like gift shopping or anything like that, is actually I have a really good tip for you if you're actually physically going shopping, but is to really set a budget and really try to stick to it. Like I have 10 people on my shopping list this year. I'm going to spend $50 on each of those people. That's a $500 total budget. I am not going to go over that. I've talked about this a little bit before too, and I don't know if your family is this way. Mine is totally this way, but it also creates like a sense of fairness. Like I bought my nephews a $50 gift, which means I bought my nieces a $50 gift, which means nobody can be upset that I spent more money on any one of them. So that can be a really, really smart way to come into this weekend. I'm looking for $50 gifts. Some websites will have gift guides based on price. And so you can go straight into that website, say, I'm filtering for anything $50 and below, and that's how I'm going to shop on this particular website. So knowing those kinds of things up front, knowing who you're shopping for, knowing what those budgets are can be a really, really great way to like prevent impulse buys. And if there's stuff that you are shopping for yourself as well, the next thing that I really want you to consider is tracking kind of what that pricing is. Now, I'm sorry, this episode maybe it's coming a little bit late, but what you could do right now is go look for the items that you hope to be able to buy this upcoming weekend and check what the price is today so that you can actually gauge if you're getting a discount on Friday or Monday. You might find that you're not. You might also find, we've been finding some of this as like we just moved into a new house. And so we're like, trying to figure out like we got to buy a refrigerator and a washer and a dryer. And so we've been able to go to a couple different sites where there's actually been like a tag and a flag on some of the items that says, this is going to be our Black Friday price. Like we're not going to change it. You can shop early. And if you can find things like that, you can also kind of spread out your spending. That's something that I like to do so that I'm not putting any giant amount on my credit card at any one time. I'll like put aside budget. It's sitting in my checking account, ready to go. I know that's what I'm going to spend. Now, I use a credit card for everything because I get 2 times the points on every dollar that I spend on my credit card. And those points go toward me going on vacation. So I put everything on a credit card and then I immediately pay it off. Not immediately, but like before the payment is due. I pay it off within the month so that I don't incur any interest fees. So I've got the money sitting there, but instead of like paying cash for it or paying on my debit card, I put it on the credit card because I get points and I get cash back on the credit card. So now I'm like ramping up those points by doing my Christmas shopping, right? So I put it on the credit card and then I will pay it off within like the next week. And then my credit card balance is back to zero. And then I can go buy the next batch of things that I need either for holiday shopping or for the house or whatever it is that's going on. So knowing whether you're getting a good deal, whether you can spend a little bit of money before like the craziness happens this weekend, can also be a really great way to kind of spread out that spending and figure out what it is that you need to buy. What kind of deals are people going to have? Some websites will have banners up already now that this is the week that will say, this is the deal that we're going to have on Friday. So come back and shop us. And so you can kind of start planning for some of that stuff. You've put in the hours, you've mastered the fundamentals, and your brand is no longer a passion project. But somewhere along the way, the hustle that got you here started to feel like a trap. You're building a business, not just making clothes, and you're starting to wonder if you'll ever crack the code to consistent, profitable growth. What if I told you that industry's top brands aren't just working harder, they're working smarter, with a clear blueprint for everything from line planning to streamlining their supply chain? This is the insider knowledge that's typically kept behind closed doors, but now it's accessible to you. Introducing The Board, an annual membership designed to give you that strategic advantage. Led by a team with over 70 years of combined experience, we provide the honest, real talk mentorship you need to move from busy to truly successful. We'll show you how to focus on the small, consistent actions that lead to massive progress, helping you build a legacy without the burnout. It's time to stop second-guessing yourself and start building with purpose. Don't pay attention to the chaos. Pay attention to what actually matters. Join the board and unlock the proven systems that will transform your brand. Go to thebusinessofapparel.com to find the option that's right for you. I can't wait to see you in there. Also know that there are some categories that won't totally discount. The apparel industry is interesting in this area because there are some brands who I will just say, like, we feel obligated to participate in this weekend's festivities, right? Like we feel like we owe it to our communities to have a discount or to have some sort of offer on our website. But traditionally, and I used to be like a Black Friday shopper. I used to go with my mom and my sister every single year when I was like back in junior high and high school. And it had gotten to a point where we started to realize, like, if we're going clothes shopping, we're not actually getting that much of a discount. Like you can walk into any clothes store and go straight to the back to the clearance section. That's no different than really what it is on Black Friday. I just felt like at some point they just brought the clearance section to the front of the store to participate in Black Friday a little bit more. And so it drew people in. But when we started to realize, like, we're actually out here shopping, this isn't any different than any other day that we would have gone shopping. And so the apparel industry, if that's what you're shopping for this weekend, just kind of keep an eye on it. Sometimes we'll offer additional discounts, but that's not always guaranteed. Clothing sometimes gets into discounts like right after the holidays so that they can entice people when they're doing returns after they've given like Christmas gifts or Hanukkah gifts or any kind of holiday gifts. If they're getting returns, they have a way to get people to buy more or buy additional things. So sometimes you'll see that near the end of the year for fashion and apparel brands, as opposed to big deals, Black Friday and Cyber Monday. A couple other things that I've been reading about, like a lot of people will wait to buy like the TV that they've been wanting and they'll want it for Black Friday. Sometimes the deals for TVs are actually better around like the Super Bowl. I don't know why that is, but sometimes if you wait a little bit longer, like that can be a bigger thing. Same with furniture. Like we noticed that furniture actually has better deals sometimes for President's Day and Labor Day weekends. So this is not the best weekend to shop for every single category. So just make sure that you know that. And if you need to wait, like especially if it's for you or for your house and you're not trying to gift it for the holidays, if there's an item that you're looking at and there's a better deal that's going to happen in like January or February, you might want to wait the extra month or two to see if you're actually going to get those deals. So there are just a few little bits of advice there. Like I said at the very beginning, just set aside a budget, know what it is that you want to spend. I talk to my sister every single year. What are we spending on the kids this year? Like what makes sense? How can we keep it fair? Are we doing adult gifts? Right? Like that's something we talk about every single year. We talk to like our siblings about that, right? Like, does it make sense for me to buy you a $50 gift card and you to buy me a $50 gift card? Or should we just like say happy holidays and use that $50 to go do whatever you want with it instead of sending it to me while I send you the same thing. Like sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And of course, there's the element of gift giving, right? Like it's always nice to receive a gift from somebody, but sometimes we have years where the gift is the lack of that errand, right? Like you don't have to go Christmas shopping for me. Merry Christmas. There's your gift. You don't have to worry about me this year. And sometimes because things are really stressful or there's a lot going on with business or there's a lot going on with work, sometimes that's the gift that you really, really want. So while it can be really nice to always send a gift and have these kinds of festivities going on, consider that too. Consider just having a conversation with everybody around you who you might be gifting to. Secret Santas are a great way to do gifts, especially if you have a big family. I have a very large family. I have 27 first cousins. And we always did a Secret Santa instead of having to buy for everybody. Everybody picked a name from a hat at our annual family reunion over the summer. And then that was the name of the person who you were supposed to give a gift to for Christmas. So our huge family, you were only ever buying one gift for everybody. And then we would get together on Christmas Eve and everybody would exchange gifts. And it was really fun. I always remember that from my childhood. So that's a really great way to do it. If you're doing things with work, a lot of people like to do white elephant gift exchanges, where you kind of play this game where like someone can pick a gift and then the next person who gets to go based on like whatever number you picked out of a hat can either steal that gift or they can go pick a new one. So thinking about those kinds of things too, like, do I really need to buy a gift for every single person in the office? Or can we start talking today, like right now, about doing something different? Maybe we do a Secret Santa, or maybe we do an office party and everybody pitches in $20 so that we can order pizza and a couple beers for everyone. There are so many different ways to disperse your money. And before you go shopping this weekend, you want to know what that is so that you don't spend a bunch of money on everybody in your office or everybody in your family, and then find out after the fact that, oh, I didn't need to do that. That just creates yet another errand for you going back and returning all of those things. So happy shopping this weekend. This is such a festive time. Thanksgiving is my very favorite holiday. This is such a special time of year for me. I can't believe we're here, but also really happy to be at this time of the year. We are closing out our books for Unmarked Street and the Business of Apparel here over the next several weeks, trying to figure out how to move everything into our 2026 plan. I am so excited for 2026. We have so much planned for you. There are going to be lots of workshops. We're going to be doing some free workshops. We're going to be doing some VIP opportunities. We're going to be showing up at trade shows, helping you walk the trade shows, helping you do sourcing, helping you find manufacturing. 2026 is going to be a really special year for us. We put a lot of effort and time into planning 2026 so that it will be such a good year. I cannot wait to just share all the information with you as it comes out. We're working on building it and finalizing it all right now. Have a wonderful week ahead. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Happy Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I hope you have fun out there. Spend responsibly, and I will see you next week. Have a good one.